Here we go. We're live, people. I'm nervous now. Okay. I feel like I'm way too far away, but we're chilling. We're having fun. Okay. Hello, my name's Carmen, and I have nothing. I guess I should just get into it. I want to talk about my sexuality and also my gender identity. When I was 13, I signed up for MySpace. This was in 2006. You know what was popular in America in 2006, right? Fall Out Boy, Panic at the Disco, Guy Liner, emo boys, kissing other boys on stage, not on stage, in front of cameras. Yeah, so the first time I was introduced to sexuality was emo boys kissing on MySpace. So after that point, bisexuality became a fad in my group of friends. All of us except for two people came out as bisexual in our freshman year of high school. I had a school life and a church life. I had started going to a Christian church, I think when I was about 6 or 7. Gays were bad, blah, blah, blah. Whether or not they said it, that's what they were selling me. So I was out at school, but not at church. I did have one friend at church who is still my friend to this day. They are just as queer as I am. So I was out as bisexual. And I don't think I really knew what that meant. I only had crushes on boys. I didn't have the, oh, I'm in love with my best friend type of trouble. You could say that I was a little bit overprotective of my best friends. I remember thinking that if I was only born a boy, then I could like be with them romantically. They just all had shitty boyfriends, so I wanted to be not a shitty boyfriend for them. So freshman year, we were all bisexual, just rampantly. And a few of us used bisexuality as a stepping stone, and other people just, it was a fad for them. They just said it and then forgot about it later. And by the end of high school, I was back in the closet, I guess, because like I said, all of my crushes were on boys, so I was like, but freshman summer, I met a girl. Her name was Alex. She was really cute. She was my first like kiss with a girl, and we held hands, and there was a certain danger to it because both of us weren't out to really anyone, but also it felt right. We stopped talking because she and I were sexting. We weren't really, I mean, for me it was super tame. It was like a bra strap. It was like, oh, look at my butt and my underwear. Like, she sends me like full on naked, and that freaked me out. I like threw my phone down and I immediately erased the picture. The next thing I told her was, I can't do this anymore. So that must mean I'm not gay, right? Not a lesbian. If I don't want to see a vagina, then I guess I'm not a lesbian. So that was how I approached the rest of high school. After high school, I couldn't help but think I was different. I wasn't like everyone else. I didn't want to have sex. I didn't want to go on dates. I loved pining for people. I loved having crushes. I still kind of do love having crushes, but actually being in a romance right now at 26, I'm fine. I don't need it. As much as I would love to like already be in like a committed relationship where we have like a house and cats and plans for the future, that'd be great, but this is not about my dating life. So after high school, I'm having a bit of a crisis. I think I'm gay. I was freaking out about it. I was thinking everyone was gonna hate me. I had many tearful coming out conversations with people. I think when I was 18, 19. I had just had a crush, like a deep crush on this guy. So it was strange to have such a strong like for him and then immediately go into, oh, I'm gay. But then my next crush was on a guy. Okay. I was so confused. I had just come out, and yet I only had a crush on a boy, no girls. So that kind of brought me to another point in my life. I was dealing with lots of other stuff, so sexuality kind of went on the back burner. I know I'm different, maybe not gay, but different, so might as well just keep it going, right? There's a lot of people who still think that I am just a lesbian, which is fine. I would rather you think that than think I'm straight. But yeah, so I was scrolling Tumblr, as you do in like 2014. I came across a post that had an assortment of sexualities along with their definitions, which is great because I never actually researched shit when I was figuring out who I was. Turns out I'm asexual. What, you say? What? So the whole time, Carmen, that you've been saying, oh, I think boys are cute, but I don't want to have sex with them. Oh, I think I like girls, but I don't think I want to have sex. You're telling me there isn't just gay, straight, and bisexual? There's more? Mind blown. I was over the moon, happy, excited, finally had something I could tell people I was and have it be 100% true instead of just half true. So yeah, I've been proudly calling myself asexual since 2014. It has been 5 beautiful years going when people talk about sex. You could say I'm sex repulsed, but I won't say no to the idea. Who knows where my life leads me if I do find someone who I love and who loves me too and I feel comfortable. I could, but definitely not first on my list. Being okay with me not wanting to have sex is definitely at the top of that list. But yeah, so that was my sexuality story. I still tinker a bit with my romantic attraction, my romantic alignment, because I do still think guys are attractive. I am most comfortable around girls. So I think the person who I'm going to end up being with is going to be a girl. But who knows? Who knows who I'll meet in my lifetime? All right, on to my gender identity. It all started when I got a crush on a straight girl. It was hard. It was so hard because I was imagining marriage, apartments, all love songs made sense. It was crazy. That was the first time I ever experienced something like that. But she was straight. I desperately wanted to be a boy for her. It kind of was a good thing that happened because I learned a lot more about gender and things about myself that I didn't realize before. I actually did research this time, looked at all of the genders, and I found out that I am non-binary, in between male and female. I do have a gender, and it's non-binary. Like, I have a friend who's agender, so they are like, what's gender? Never heard of her. But me, I know I have a gender, and I like that the best. But I do have a very complex relationship with gender in general. I stopped wearing makeup, and I stopped shaving various parts of my body. My clothes that I wear, t-shirts and sweaters, things that like are technically unisex. I do have dresses for days when I just want one piece of clothing instead of two. I also wear things too big for me to hide any kind of lumps and bumps and breasts and whatever. My pronouns are they and them. I really don't like feminine pronouns anymore. I don't really like masculine pronouns either. I mean, those do make me feel better. Like being called sir, not in like a kinky way, but like I was accidentally called sir at a job of mine, and the lady like apologized profusely, and I had like a spring in my step the rest of the day. so there's that. On to the name, because as someone in the trans community, names are pretty important to someone's identity. I love my birth name too much to change it. There are many names that I do like that I could change it to, but I love Carmen too much. For me, it's too good of a name. I sometimes wish that I would change it just to kind of give people like a, hey, there's things happening. Please use my pronouns. I guess if I was skinny and dressed more androgynously and changed my name to a unisex name, people would pay more attention to it, but I like what I like. You can look whatever way you want to look to be non-binary. There's no set rules for that. What you put on your non-binary body is non-binary. So I guess that's it for me. I don't know how to do an outro. We'll just say bye. I'll walk towards the camera. I'll make that a goodbye, okay? All right? Okay, bye.